In this video, we are covering what you truly need to do next in order to scale your wholesale business. Let's jump right into it. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Brad Sherman. I've been selling on Amazon for about 4.5 years now, 7-figure seller, and on this channel we explore tips, strategies, and experiences that I have had that will help you start and build up your Amazon FBA wholesale business. Welcome back, guys, and for those of you that are new, you are joining in on episode 8 of my Amazon FBA wholesale series. If you have not seen the first 7 episodes of the series, go back on my channel and check them out. I walk you through the exact step-by-step process of how to start your wholesale business and slowly grow it. We go into detail on every step of the process, and we cover the ins and outs of sourcing, contacting suppliers, and everything you need to do in order to scale your business. Before we jump into it, if you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with the notification bell. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. At this point, guys, you have created your Amazon account, you've created your business entity, and you have started the wholesale process. So you're sourcing the right companies, you are contacting suppliers, building relationships with those suppliers, and ultimately closing wholesale accounts, obtaining price lists, going through those price lists, and hopefully finding some profitable products. So now you might be asking yourself, what do you do at this point, right? You've purchased some profitable products, you're shipping into Amazon, you're paying your suppliers, you're completing pretty much the whole process. Now what, right? Now, how do we scale and grow our business? And this is the biggest question, right? Because once wholesale is set up, it's a very automatic process once you have those accounts, right? You purchase the product, you ship it into Amazon, and you just replenish that inventory. So now what we're going to talk about in this video is how growth is very self-driven in the wholesale business model. As I've discussed in previous videos, it is not a 1-to-1 ratio for your time to money in wholesale. The work is put in up front in advance, and then down the road, once you have those wholesale accounts set up, you're reaping the reward benefits, right? You're selling products on a day-to-day basis, and you don't actually have to do anything to make the return on investment that you're getting on your daily sales, right? Because you already have the account set up. So that's one of the main advantages of wholesale. It's a very systematic process. It can be outsourced, and when you build out your processes and you build your systems in place, it is a very scalable business. So at this point, one of the main components of wholesale is keeping all of your inventory in stock. Guys, you want to be restocking your inventory on a certain frequency basis. So in our business, we aim to keep less than or close to a 30-day supply. So I want to be turning through my inventory in equal to or less than 30 days. In order to do that, we order products on a weekly basis from all the different accounts that we have, right? I have probably about 100 different accounts. That's not SKUs, that's accounts. So within each of those accounts, I have multiple SKUs. So we're going through our inventory on a weekly basis and determining how much product we're selling, what the data looks like for any given week, month, 2 weeks. So we're kind of doing an analysis of how much inventory are we selling? Is it trending upwards? Is it trending downwards? Are we getting the buy box? Is the product seasonal? Is the season coming, right? Q4 is coming. We have to be mindful of seasonal products. We'll take this data and we'll determine how much of a single product we've sold in this given period of time, and then we will replenish it on an as-needed basis. So we'll create a system of purchase orders that will then send to our suppliers, right? And we will send those POs every week. So this is a process that's done on a weekly basis. It's part of the one of the weekly SOPs that we do. And you'll find, depending on how your business operates, what's best fit for you, you may want to replenish on a weekly basis, a bi-weekly basis, a monthly basis. It all depends on what kind of cash flow you have and the needs that you require, and also how many accounts that you have, right? Because that's a big determinant. How much capital do you have to allocate to each of those accounts? Do you have net 30 terms with some of the accounts, which gives you the ability to hold on to some more cash for other accounts and then pay those suppliers that are allowing you terms at a later date? It's very important to be communicating with your supplier regarding back-ordered product, because since the COVID-19 pandemic, suppliers are in a lasting effect of supply chain issues. I mean, this is something that's has been going on for years and is going to continue to go on, right? And it's worse in some industries over others. So you want to be communicating with your suppliers, and even if you don't think you have to order product right now, you're okay on stock, consider reaching out to your supplier and discussing with them what kind of inventory they have, because they very well may be running low on supply, that which you don't have information on, and then when you go to place your order 3 weeks from now, they're actually out of stock. So in order to prevent that, you might have to order a little bit farther in advance, or you may want to place a back order with your supplier so that it's available when they receive the product. So supply chain issues have made forecasting very difficult. Forecasting in and of itself is one of the main challenges we have as an inventory-based business, right? We want to keep that just-in-time inventory. We don't want to keep too much inventory so that we're holding too much stock and it's hurting our cash flow. And we don't want to keep not enough inventory because then we're running out of stock and it's hurting our profit. So forecasting is something that's challenging, especially with the supply chain issues. So doing everything you can to communicate with your supplier on that so that you can make the best possible forecasts for your future product sales. One of the keys to wholesale is really keeping as many products as you can in stock, right? Your sell-through rate on Amazon is a percentage of how much inventory you have. So the more inventory you have in stock, the higher your sales are going to be. The single best way to increase your product sales are to increase the number of SKUs that you carry. It just makes sense, right? If you carry a more diverse range of SKUs, you're going to have more product sales, assuming those SKUs are all profitable and selling and they're, good buying decisions, as we've discussed in other videos. Your sales are going to go up. If you're carrying more SKUs, your numbers are going to increase. It's very simple, right? And we know how to increase the number of SKUs that we're carrying. It's contact more suppliers, right? Contact, instead of 50 a week, do 80 a week. Instead of 80 a week, do 100 a week. And if you're not growing at 100, do 150 a week. Or if you're not growing at that, then chances are you're reaching out to the wrong suppliers, and you should probably go watch my video on how to reach out to suppliers, linked up above. Make sure to check it out. Back to the video. Another way to grow your business is to mitigate losses. So, and what I mean by that, I don't necessarily mean mitigate your profit loss, which of course is important. You don't want to be losing money. I'm more referring to the wholesale accounts that you have. So for those of you that are not familiar, wholesale accounts come and go. And that just means that sometimes suppliers that you work with you will no longer work with at another point in the future. It could be due to a number of reasons. Maybe the supplier has taken Amazon in-house and they no longer want to sell to third-party sellers on Amazon. Maybe you're not doing enough volume with them and they are only working with their top distributors, right? It could be due to a number of different reasons. The way to mitigate account loss, or one way to mitigate it, is to cultivate and build that relationship with your supplier. So if this product is truly worth holding on to, and you intend to sell the product years from now, you want to constantly be building that relationship with your supplier, whether it's the brand directly, whether it's the distributor. And you want to do this by purchasing on a frequent basis and making your company name known with them. So if you're working with a distributor, it'll mostly be based on your ability to purchase on a frequent basis. If you're working with a rep, just get to know the rep. Ask them about who they are and just be a normal person. I'm telling you guys, building relationships goes the longest way in this business. If you could really just get to know the person that you're working with or the company that you're working with, it will certainly pay dividends long term. If you're working with the brand directly, as you've built up that relationship, don't be afraid to provide them with free value. So listing optimization content, different things that your company can do that other businesses that they might be working with are not doing. Also, the possibility of introducing new products that they carry to the Amazon marketplace. That's something that you can do as well, right? You're selling maybe 1-2 SKUs. Well, ask them about another SKU. Take on a little bit of inventory of that SKU as you launch it to Amazon and see how the product sales perform. And then they might actually give you exclusivity on that product because nobody else is doing it. So those are great ways to build a relationship with your supplier and sustain your wholesale account over years with them, right? Because that's the goal, is build our system and build our wholesale business to be successful for years to come. We're not just an overnight business with product that comes in and goes out. We want to be successful over the years to come. So another way to mitigate account loss is simply by increasing the amount of companies that you contact, because if you do that, you're going to be gaining wholesale accounts at a much faster rate than you're losing them. So the highest quality wholesale accounts that you have, you want to do everything that you can to make sure that you're cultivating and building your relationship with the supplier so that you don't lose the wholesale account. That just about wraps up this video, and what we've discussed today is very important, right? You want to manage your inventory, track your orders, and make sure that you are keeping stock on all of your wholesale products. So you have to replenish your inventory on a certain frequency basis, which will be based around your cash flow needs as well as your product sales. You also want to be cultivating the relationship with your supplier. Just because you got the wholesale account today doesn't mean it's going to be there a year from now. So doing everything you can, especially on the really good accounts that you have, to stand out among other businesses that are selling online and make that supplier your focal point, building the relationship, getting to know the rep that you're working with, getting to know, maybe you're talking to the brand owner or a high up at the company. So just getting to know the company, them getting to know you, builds that trust element, and it will help sustain your business over the years to come. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all the future content that I put out. That will conclude episode 8. Looking ahead, we will be covering episode 9, which will be my last video in the wholesale series. In episode 9, we will cover outsourcing your business, how to use virtual assistants to scale your business, and then episode 10 will be a live session to recap everything, pull it all together, and answer any questions you guys might have. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop a comment down below if you do have any questions at all. I've also linked the free private Facebook group in the description below. That's all. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next time.